Why, hello there, everyone. Welcome to my live reaction to the first Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. As you can see, we have 40 seconds left. I don't have many expectations or predictions in particular. Although I do hope that if we get another Smash Bros, that it at least has better online, right? Even if the game isn't going to have as good of a roster as Ultimate, I hope it at least has better online. But I guess that would be my wish for the Switch 2 in general, is that Nintendo takes online stuff a bit more seriously. And I would love for them to do away with the paid subscription to play online using your own internet that you're already paying for, but I don't foresee them doing that because the other console companies have been doing that as well. So it is called the Switch 2 and not the Snatch, as I have been calling it. Theater mode. I'm hoping, though, that this is more focused on games than the hardware itself, unless this hardware is so strange and has such a weird gimmick that it necessitates the entire Direct explaining it. But with it being called the Switch 2, it's presumably going to be very similar hardware, right? So I don't think it'll merit much explanation. Also, it's 8 a.m. by the way, so my voice is still warming up. Oh, Mario Kart 9. This game is technically revealed already. Didn't Nintendo's stocks go down or something when they showed off Mario Kart 9? Because that's not really showing off what a new console can do. I'm assuming that's why their stocks went down from this. Even though it's obvious there's going to be another Mario Kart. Although I guess with how long Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had been the newest Mario Kart, I could understand some skepticism that they would ever make a new one. I'm glad we're getting this out of the way first, though. There's just not much need to show this off. Because it's just not really showcasing anything new, right? New in terms of what the console can do, or new in terms of gameplay ideas. They dropped the numbered part of the title.
And I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
Did they figure out how to fix the Joy-Con drift?
What you saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that
I feel the pressure to commentate right now because I'm probably going to upload this entire reaction. So if I'm doing that, I don't really want any long stretch of it to be me just watching this without saying anything, but there's really not much to commentate here.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
It's still a course.
But don't sleep.
So what are they talking about?
You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh, okay.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
So the Grand Prix courses are seamless in a way.
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
I was kind of hoping that they would do something like that for F-Zero.
You can also freely drive around.
I guess they already did with F-Zero 99, right? Imagine, though,
By going off-road, you
if
can
they
explore
show off
new
the Switch
areas
2
and
today by
find
showing off a new
So drive
F-Zero.
wherever your heart takes you.
But
You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
I find it even less likely that they would show off an F-Zero in the same direct in which they show off a Mario Kart, right?
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Them dropping the number makes me think that
will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more
it's
information.
their announcement that they're going to treat Mario Kart as more of a live service game, considering how long Mario Kart 8 was the newest one.
Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
The new experiences that an extra button can offer. Isn't that just anything? You could map anything to a button?
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was me. That was you. So quick.
Who's talking right now?
Oh, no. Wait, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh. Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, they just copied Discord.
Hear me? Hello?
Okay, but why would you want that much of the screen
This feature, you'll be
taken
able to
up
communicate with
by their
friends and
profile
family
pictures?
While playing a game. Should we follow you? Yeah. Okay.
So it's just built-in Discord.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized.
Weren't
by
there
Microsoft
talks
built into the
originally
system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
of
Alright, let's keep going.
Discord being
People
integrated
are
with the
speaking more
Switch?
clearly, even from a distance.
I forgot who turned it down though. If it was Discord turning it down or Nintendo.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
Okay, that's not new technology.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go.
you
Dude,
can also
what is
share your
this?
game screen.
What are these frame rates?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys just did it. I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, no.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content.
Guys, look, he's playing Balloon Fight.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute. So cute. You can adjust the size of your game screen. Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
Why is the frame rate so bad?
To your left. You're almost
I'm surprised they were okay with showing it this way.
A little wall ride.
okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think Okay, so I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay, I think we have to try that.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
By the way, I'm skipping classes for this. I
There's
forgot
an
to
additional
mention.
button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system. Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Hey.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
The last time a console had a camera was the Kinect, right?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Well, never mind. The DSi had a camera. The 3DS had a camera.
A little more this way.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
I think I would have preferred some new stupid gimmick than Nintendo just discovering voice chat.
Game competition. Or hold a sport
Nintendo discovering voice chat and face
all
cams.
together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
What did you think?
I don't think Iwata would have approved
Our
that
goal was
personally.
to enjoy playing online with others more
But
closely.
I've been having to come to terms lately that
Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
I think Iwata era Nintendo
Camera you saw
is the Nintendo that I
Nintendo
liked.
Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
Pay money
Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch
just to voice
controls
chat when you could use
different
Discord
settings
for
can be
free.
adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share.
That's literally just download play from the Nintendo DS.
Can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems.
Yeah, finally somebody said download play in the chat.
Game Share also
Somebody
supports
remembers at
online
least.
play with
Yeah,
other
okay.
Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature
I have to start accepting that the DS is now considered an old system, right? Maybe not everybody in the chat is going to know what download play is.
It's also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Why is the audio so desynced still? I thought that was just from the voice presentation.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
I don't know if I like the idea that it's bigger, because I found that the regular Switch is already kind of unwieldy to play as a handheld.
120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Oh, 120 FPS? Okay, that's nice. Will they ever utilize that? Will they make any games that actually run at 120 FPS? That's yet to be seen. That's yet to be known, I should say.
Between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Does that turn off the magnet?
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
Mouse controls.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Huh. I'm
Adjusting the audio balance
wanting to
between
see
the
some
ranges,
games that utilize
sounds from
that.
the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Did surround sound not exist before?
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
Do we have an Ethernet port?
USB-C port found on the bottom of the system.
Or do we have to buy some kind of proprietary adapter?
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode. Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
We know this already. I'm so curious how the magnet feels.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay.
I need to see a game use this mouse
And
feature.
to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here.
Is this a game that comes packaged with the console?
Join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system.
Where else would they
SL
be?
and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal. So that's how they attach to the system.
The buttons are the...
A magnetic circuit is formed
Part
between
that
them,
connect?
so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding...
That really seems like it would be a game that comes packaged with, like, Wii Sports or Nintendo Land.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red, and it has much faster data reading speed.
Part of that game was sort of a user manual for the console, right? That's so weird that you have to pay for that.
Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card.
I'm glad people are surprised as well that it's a paid thing. And it's basically a tech demo. Tech demo with a user manual.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch...
I don't think Iwata would have made that paid.
Log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro Controller. It has a C button, which
Did they even
game chat, and on the back there are
explain what the C button does? It's a dedicated voice chat button.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features.
Remembering that audio jacks exist.
The official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
September.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches
June,
on
that's
June
a
5th.
lot sooner than I thought.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Not buying it at launch either way, though.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Yeah, the sound is way off.
Super
Do I need to
Mario Party
refresh?
Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Oh, so it basically
audio
is
recognition,
free DLC for the game because it's adding minigames that you can only do with the mouse.
and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
The Kinect is back.
Check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins.
Guitar Hero.
Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice,
It's not Guitar Hero.
and compete in other minigames using full body movement and
Dude, the
sound.
Kinect is back. They just reinvented the Kinect
Take
games.
a ride on the mouse-controlled safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames.
Light gun game.
How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree.
I'll make the screen go back to full screen once they start showing off new games again.
Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay, it's not free.
To a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
I'll stop being a hater once they start
Nintendo Switch
saying
2
that
editions of
the games
Legend of
are
Zelda
actually going to run at
and Legend of
120
Zelda Tears
FPS.
of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
You're literally just paying for a walkthrough.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Nintendo discovering what walkthroughs are and that they can charge for it.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
The amount of DLC so far is surprising.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Should I make it go back to full screen, or is this the same footage we saw already?
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus,
Okay, so we basically have the Wiimote controls back because of that.
frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per
If
second.
Metroid Prime 4 actually runs at 120 FPS, I'll stop being a hater.
Based on your preference and playstyle.
For this game, at least.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch.
Definitely excited for 120 FPS Metroid Prime 4. If it actually runs like that, as they said.
Resolution and frame rates.
A lot more excited for that game now, just because of
The
that.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch,
I'd have to see what the
you can play the Nintendo
performance
Switch
is like for the Switch 1 for Prime 4, and depending on the performance, depending on its performance on Switch 1, I might actually wait to play it until I get a Switch 2,
Next,
which won't
I'd
be
like to
at
introduce
launch.
A brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con.
Unless they show off some other game in this presentation that makes me just have to have the Switch 2 at launch. But if Prime 4 isn't going to do it, then I don't know what else they could show. Is this a sequel to ARMS? I was so shocked that this could potentially have some kind of affiliation with ARMS as a spiritual successor that I don't think I realized how strange it is that it's wheelchair basketball. Are they basically saying, hey guys, look, because we added these dual mouse controls, we can simulate what it's like to move a wheelchair around? Are wheelchair people happy about that? I'd have to ask them what their opinion is on this.
Mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on matches using dual mouse controls.
Do actual paralyzed people think that was cool?
Coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Elden Ring.
Observe the lands between. This world is in dire need.
But how will it run?
You can see them, can't you?
Yeah, I need to
The rays of grace.
get the audio lined up. I don't know if that did it. It's not looking like a stable frame rate. This game ran at 30 on
May you take the throne.
PS4. So I wonder if it'll be comparable to that version.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead.
Well, Hades 1 was already on Switch, so there's no reason why this shouldn't be possible.
Getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback.
Still don't have a reason to put it back to full screen. I haven't forgotten.
Quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
Capcom?
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。
Switch exclusive modes?
総勢26キャラクターを収録した
Ooh, new art. Elena. Are we getting the Elena trailer today?
さらにゲームと連動するアミーボ
Oh, Amiibo.
カードも一緒に
Luke Amiibo.
発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence.
Is this Exoprimal?
All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine.
This looks like Monolith Soft.
Commencing launch. After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
Is this Monolith Soft?
we be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
Monolith Soft making an action game?
Planet will be ours. The sovereign axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
Oh, it's Demon X Machina. Okay. This got announced already. Titanic Scion. Man, the art style is a lot,
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from
a lot better now, I think.
I'm super excited for Split
Compared to the first Demon X Machina.
The game is a story about
It does really seem like a Monolith Soft type of art style though, and was it just me, or were the mechs in that trailer, were some of those mechs a lot smaller than the mechs from the first Demon X Machina, right? Because it looked as if some of that footage entailed it just wearing sort of a power armor, or maybe like a Tekkaman blade, a Tekkaman blade sized power armor suit, where it's sort of in between being a full-on mech and being power armor, you know? I definitely want to go back and rewatch that though, because it looked really good.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Apparently this game sold super well, just because it's Harry Potter.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before.
Even though the game doesn't even have Quidditch in it, and I thought that's something Harry Potter fans cared about.
Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Pro Skater 3 and 4 got announced already. These aren't new game announcements, so we can go back to looking at chat, I think.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
James Bond. James Bond versus Agent 47.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Squeenix? Bravely Default?
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Imagine if we get a Virtua Fighter trailer today. I don't think we're going to though.
1988年、東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを
I'm going to try refreshing this real quick
発売日は
to see if it resyncs the audio.
今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
In collaboration with Nintendo. Was he not Nintendo? Wait, Tecmo? Is it a Warriors game?
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface.
New Hyrule Warriors.
To a great and prosperous kingdom.
Dude, the Warriors games on Switch apparently ran horribly. So, having a Warriors game run well on Switch 2 would be a really good showcase of the hardware.
The imprisoning war.
This doesn't look like Hyrule Warriors though. This looks like footage from what's the new Zelda called?
So that's
Tears of the Kingdom.
That must mean this really is the past.
Okay, yeah, it's a Warriors game. Yeah, this will be a good benchmark, I think, for the system. A game like this. Man, the audio's still desynced. Is it? Something I kind of liked, though, about the other Hyrule Warriors is that it wasn't specific to any one game's version of Link and Zelda and the rest of the characters. So we were getting new versions of them, and they had creative liberty to do new stuff. Whereas in this case, it's specifically the characters from Tears of the Kingdom, so you're not really going to be getting anything outside of Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, it's more of an actual prequel instead of it being its own story. Like, its own independent story unrelated to any other game, I mean.
Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
How long has this been on?
Take a look at this.
It's been about 40 minutes already. Why are we looking at the GameCube logo?
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting.
Why can't they just bring Virtual Console back? I'm going to say it every time.
Originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea.
It's funny the Wii U got Wind Waker HD. Soul Calibur 2! Soul Calibur mentioned!
A tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a...
I wonder what the online's going to be like.
The Zelda series enters the fray.
Probably not the optimal way to play this game online. F-Zero GX.
White knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line.
See, I wish they would just port the game instead.
Machine customization and story mode. Get ready to experience
Instead of having to play it through this online subscription service.
Up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic
Just
games
let me
with
buy it.
better image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for...
That would be really cool though if F-Zero GX ends up getting a community that plays it regularly because of this.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, was Melee on there?
Pack. Launches the same day.
Was Melee acknowledged?
More titles will be added in the future.
No. People are just asking, right? Unless I'm blind.
Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch.
I don't want to spend too much time looking again.
Launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button.
That's going to sell out.
The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the system shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Yeah, the audio's still off. Is this Deltarune? Yeah. Not really a game to showcase a new console, but I guess they still wanted to show this off first regardless.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from
Civilization.
We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Right now, they're just trying to beef out the launch library.
Even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx. And I'm Ben Bishop. Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
When they said our final announcement for today,
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
they meant their final announcement, right? Not Nintendo's final announcement.
Four kids find this old tattered man. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this surviving. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's
Okay, a few people are saying L, right? Or F.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodgeball.
L could just mean they don't like the game, but F corroborates what I'm seeing.
Dodgeball is the name for the Dungeons Depths in our lecture sequel.
What are we hearing?
Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. But we're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Which game did he say? Should I just stop watching and then open up the video afterwards? Okay, we're back. Maybe? Why are we showing Civilization again, though? I think the video is super far behind now, right? We saw this footage already. Oh, Iwata would be so disappointed. Okay, so should I allow the audio to spoil me? Should I allow the audio to spoil me on what we're about to see? Multiple trailers in advance? Or should I mute it? I think for the sake of the video, I'll keep the audio on.
2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set.
Okay, they're talking about Cyberpunk right now.
Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition.
I would be sweating bullets right now if I were in charge of this.
Comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
FF7 remake port.
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作は ミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの
Oh, they're talking about Enter the Gungeon? Okay.
以上の時を経て再創作された新しい
Dude, imagine they actually announce something huge like this, though. They announce something huge and we hear the audio first. That would be a tragedy.
ぜひメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください
I'm still listening, though, because I want to learn about these announcements as early as possible. So if this is how something gets revealed, that's how it gets revealed. Kinitsugami, nice. Silk Song? Ugh, 2025. Still being coy about that game. Oh, is the audio back? I heard the cowbell. The cowbell was roughly when they rang the cowbell. Forgot Wild Hearts was a thing. Okay, so we're about 2 seconds off. The Switch sound effect is a really good marker. Oh, is that a Fast RMX sequel? Yeah, right now, the only thing that would make me want a Switch 2 is Metroid Prime 4 at 120 FPS. That's it so far. For me to get the game, or for me to get the, for me to want to get the console at launch, they would have to show off a Smash Bros. Or something, right? And if they are going to announce a Smash Bros., I don't think that they would show it off. They would probably just announce that there is going to be another one, and that be it. And then it wouldn't be at launch.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Okay.
Please take a look.
They said publishing and development partner, so this isn't the last game. It's only the final... This Bloodborne? It's only the final, third-party game. Imagine Bloodborne 2 is a Switch 2 exclusive.
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight. To humanity's very dusk.
Dude, this isn't a Bloodborne cutscene, right? Unless I just completely forgot this cutscene. If this is a new game, I'm going to rub it in to my brother so hard because I asked him if he wanted to watch this and he said he didn't care. Are we getting a Bloodborne 2 announcement in a Nintendo Direct? Or is it a completely new IP? Wow. The music sounds more Bloodborne than any other FromSoft IP. But it seems to be open like Elden Ring.
contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
They keep saying blood. It has to be Bloodborne 2, right? Bloodborne 1 being locked to the PlayStation. This is Bloodborne. Bloodborne 1 being locked to the PlayStation, and then they just decide to make Bloodborne 2. Maybe not a Switch exclusive, but no longer a PlayStation exclusive at the very least, right? The Duskbloods. So not technically Bloodborne 2, right? Maybe with some kind of exclusivity deal with Sony, they legally weren't allowed to make a Bloodborne game on anything other than PlayStation. So maybe this is effectively only on Switch 2. That was a Switch exclusive?
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
See, maybe they wanted to make a Bloodborne 2, but they had to call it something else, with it being on a different system. Maybe.
So please check it out when it's available.
What? I'm going to rub that into my brother so hard.
We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and
So we're getting a big first party thing at the end, right? Did the chat break? I think that game broke, chat. It's not working anymore.
In addition to what you saw today,
Wow, 1 million people watching right now. That's the first time I've seen 1 million people watching a stream that I'm also watching at the same time.
Next, please take a look at this.
They didn't really build this one up, so maybe there's going to be more than just one Smash? Maybe there's going to be more than just one first-party game remaining. Kirby Air Ride. I think regardless, this might be Sakurai's game. Whether it's a Kirby thing or Smash Bros, or I was going to say Kid Icarus before Kirby showed up. By the way, I'd be super down with a new Kid Icarus because Kid Icarus Uprising is actually one of my favorite games ever. My favorite 3DS game. Is it Air Ride? I don't think that they would add turbines to the Warp Star if it were Smash Bros. I think it is Air Ride. But if it's a Kirby game, Sakurai's probably not working on it. Riders. Dude, this has kind of been the comeback era for a lot of PS2 GameCube games, right? Oh, Sakurai is back in Kirby. Wow. So that was probably their big announcement at the end, right?
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system.
Because Okami's coming back. Okami and Onimusha are coming back. And now Kirby Air Ride.
Look forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Dude, I have to go... Okay, there's one more thing. I have to go see what the Kirby Air Ride fans are saying to that, because they must be freaking out. There's no way that they were expecting 3D Donkey Kong? There's no way that they were expecting a Kirby Air Ride game. I think this is Donkey Kong. This is a 3D Donkey Kong game. Doesn't seem to be as much of a collectathon as DK64. Oh, wow. That seems kind of sandboxy. Being able to reshape the environment a bunch, that might be something that you can only do on new hardware, right? This seems to be their big first-party game in place of a Mario Odyssey. Side-scrolling part. But it's not Retro Studios making this, because Retro Studios got called in to make Prime 4. Also, it's crazy seeing a Nintendo character even just slightly redesigned like this, because Nintendo is so averse to change when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, this looks like the Mario Odyssey team. Oh no. There's already a million fan art of that character. Bananza, okay. Dude, this whole presentation was kind of a disaster, and then at the very end, they just dropped 3 bombshells
3D platforming action game starring
after another.
Called Donkey Kong Bananza. With incredible
We got
smash through enemies, walls.
not Bloodborne, Bloodborne 2 Switch exclusive, then new Kirby Air Ride with Sakurai back in Kirby, and then 3D Donkey Kong.
We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Oh, have they shown the price yet?
Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of.
I can't wait to tell my brother that he missed the Bloodborne 2 announcement and that it's going to be a Switch exclusive.
We're very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience
He's going to think
Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm trolling him. He's going to think that I'm doing a late April Fool's joke.
Thank you very much.
Dude, imagine if that got leaked yesterday, nobody would have believed it. Okay, wow. I still wish that more time was spent on games instead of hardware features, like all that voice chat stuff. But like I said, those last 3 things were huge. Those last 3 things definitely made it worth skipping classes. So I'm glad I don't have to regret that. Oh yeah, and Demon X Machina Titanic Scion is looking really cool. I might specifically put the reaction to that by itself onto the Tanuki Type channel instead of the Tanuki Tussle channel. And I'm also excited for Metroid Prime 4 in 120 FPS. That'll definitely make it a lot more enjoyable. Even if it just ends up being a game that's very similar to the other Metroid Prime games, if it's able to run well, that's automatically going to bump it up at least 1 point in terms of the enjoyment level for me. So thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I am going to try to get these posted and with a thumbnail. I'm probably going to post this all as one video, so I need to post this and make a thumbnail fast enough that I can still go and attend maybe my final class of the day. So thanks again for watching, everybody. And for anyone that's been watching my channel from the start, thanks for sticking around, because I started this channel because I wanted to share my reactions to things like Nintendo Directs. And my very first Nintendo Direct reaction was when the Switch was still pretty new, because it was during the Smash Bros. Ultimate character reveals, right? So it kind of feels like, in a way, the end of an era, because when I started the channel, the Switch was new, and now we're getting the Switch too. So thanks especially to everybody that's been sticking with the channel thus far. So with all that said, I will see you guys later, and bye for now.